wonderful day, our viewers out there. Welcome to the program Perspective on ITV. And my name is Chuka Omohai. Perspective will look on a variety of issues, topical issues, and of course, with profiling solutions. Last week we were here, and of course, this week we're back here. On this week's episode, we're looking at state of the nations, and of course, matters arising. With me in the studio to discussing these issues this evening is no other than Dr. Agarus Gololo. He's an APC chieftain as well as a political analyst here in the FCT. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much.
So we're looking at state of the nation, and of course, you agree with me, things are very okay. Let's use this like that. Let's be positive. But let's start with the issue of ASU, Academic Staff Union of Universities. We've seen so many lingering issues of strike and things affecting the educational sector. What is your take concerning ASU, concerning the so many fingers have pointed to the Minister of Education, the Minister of Labour, as well as the government itself. How do we go around this issue? We still have the strike, and of course, ASU has given another 4 weeks, another 4 weeks extension to a strike.
Thank you very much. You know, when the ASU, the students, our children, when they have a protest, they happen to see the Minister of Education, Adamu Adam. You sit with them, the president of the student now comes out, says, "Sir, your son is not on this country. That is why you are making this thing to us." I watched the thing live. The minister get up and walk away from there. He was angry and got out and walk. If I am the one, as a minister, they are my children. I have a son there, or I have a daughter there, and they are all my daughter. I can just sit down and say, "My son, I am sorry first for what has happened, because it is not what I expected as a minister." Nobody will expect they will give you a minister and you cannot be able to perform and you will remain there. So he will address them as a manner, as his son, as his children, that "I am sorry, but I will do all I can do. You go back to school within 2 weeks. Give me benefit of that of 2 weeks." Look at what the Minister of Transport said, the newly minister. I was impressed about those, no matter the kidnap people on that railway, but he said they should give him so time, all those people who risky them. Look at how he addressed them. The people they came with anger, but the way you talk, they were happy to go back. Look, when they put you a minister, it doesn't mean you are commander-in-chief or any other things. No, even commander-in-chief, they vote you. Even military, before they do a coup, there's the people who are armed forces council meeting. So those people are the people who can do everything, and they can throw you out anytime. What I expected the minister to do, because Minister of Labour support to earn this thing, but the meeting they are doing with him is different than what he's telling the government. You know, the president come out, said it. He said look, there's no way you come up and continue blowing grammar. What we need is those children to go back to school. There's no way you'll have a son and he will stay up to 8 months in the house and he is a student, then you will be happy. Your son will go to just be 4 years, he will remain up to 5 years. People who are reading medicine will remain up to 7 years. So what are we talking about? This thing is for everybody concerned. As far as I'm concerned, the Minister of Education is not ready for those people to go back. Minister of Labour, I put it to him, is not also ready. And if the president say give 2 weeks, after the 2 weeks, they also come out, they say they give another 4 weeks. So how can I, as a president, I give directive and you cannot make it? We have a president that if he give directive, he cannot follow. He cannot follow it. Because people feel they have nothing they can do, they will just do anything they want to do, and they walk away with it. If these people are not working, sack them away and bring people who can make this country move. Because those children is our future. Is my future, is your future. No matter even my son is there, your son is there, another of your brother's son is there. Can we all of us have money that we can carry our children to go out to school? No, they cannot go abroad, all of us. Because some are looking food to take pap in the morning. How can you have the money to go there? You manage the son, get admission, you pay school fees, is not going to the school.
People are saying ASU also on their own should shift grounds, should adjust the grounds, and of course there's room for negotiations. And if the government is ready to, willing to even make because the agreement is based on the 2016 agreement they had, and if the government is not able to is not meeting up because of maybe economic times or challenges they are talking about, do you see would you see ASUU also on their own trying to shift it into grounds so that maybe government could make up a little of the funds ASUU is demanding for?
The ASUU will not ship. The point is that since they started that thing, they have not been paying them. You are not paying them salary. How do you want them to ship ground? Since they have not they started that this thing, and you want them to settle, you are not paying them salary and you expect them to ship ground. How can they ship the ground? Want to feed is a problem to them. They depend on the salary, and you say they should not pay them. It doesn't make sense like that. Two wrong cannot make a right. You has paid them the salary, then you call them to shift a gram. But now the salary you hold them almost how many months? Are you going to pay them the salary with arrears or only the salary no arrears? There's two options you have to look. The salary, can he come with arrears? No. Can they pay them the salary? No. So how can you expect somebody whom you are not paying say will ship ground? How you are drawing more problem, because already the man not get any salary again. Where is he living? Most of those lecturers they have nothing to do less than that class, and you stop their salary. You employ, you stop their salary. Even if illegal, is against the legal right. You cut their salary on what ground? This also started from military rule, not now. It started during Babangida, if you recall. So what are you talking about?
So now let's look at the government is spending about 1.4 billion to secure vehicles for Niger Republic. I believe presume security matters. This people are saying, okay, this money that is bringing China to something else, can't it be used to resolve ASUU issues? What's your take on the government talking of using money to buy vehicles for Niger Republic, sir?
Yeah, I happen to be in fact in the Eastern Europe as whole. Nowhere I have not gone, including the West Africa. Look, if you are having a security, when your neighbor is not secure, you are not secure. If you are my neighbor between gate to gate, and then I feel when something happens with you, I will just laugh. There's a problem. They can jump through my fence and attack me also in the house. Those weapons that we are using, because I've seen most of the AK-49 that they're using, even the RPG bomb 40 hit, and most of the grenade, I've seen it. All the other one that gone through also is Libyan. That thing used for Libya, for war. So through Libya and Niger, where are they going to follow? They follow through Niger to come here. Because they follow through Arlik, Alger, Arlik, Agadas, Tawa, or they take to Bush Road again to cross to Maradi and just pass off by Kathina, because there's a common border that you can pass anywhere in Kathina. You can enter anywhere through Lake without even going anywhere. So for me, buying that vehicle to Niger, if you are told, what I just want the president, the minister comes out and say they have given that money, they have bought the vehicle. Where are the vehicle? Where is the picture of the vehicle? We did not see the vehicle, because most of these ministers, they formulate something, put it to themselves, put it to their family, and take it to convince the Nigerians.
Let's look at let's leave corruption. Let's look at immigration. Let's look at our borders. They say our borders are porous, so porous. Anybody can just come in. That should be the responsibility of our immigration service. What's
no? When you say you are putting security as immigration, I happened to be in the border. That is in Magama border, where the Olu attack in that casino. Look, when you go and see the immigration, do they have serviceable vehicle about 30 or 40 in the border? The more you enter Niger border, Niger that doesn't, we are giving vehicle, you will see them armored tank like 30 in the border, in different position, camouflage. They are putting grass on it. You won't even know it's there. They camouflage and waiting for any action. In our immigration, do we have those equipment? Most of the immigration, when they just come out, they just raise rope. You enter there, you submit your passport, they check you, you go. You can't see them even with a gun. Even if you are seeing them with gun, most of them you cannot see them with this AK-47. You will see them with FLR or G3. Those guns, even if you fire 20 rounds, because already the magazine is 20, that FL rifle or G3 is updated gun. They should give them proper gun, proper vehicle to use. In fact, they're supposed to be having at the time are waiting in that border.
Can our immigration service, even with all these things, can they hold bandits or
what they have not given them? How can we say they are not holy? It is when you give somebody. As I'm coming to this house, coming to here now, if my vehicle break down, I can be able to carry another motorcycle and reach here. If you know I cannot be able to reach here, I will just call his venture. Sorry, I cannot be able to reach here because it depends your capacity. So what you are talking about is, do they give them and they cannot be able to perform? And then their budget, do they give them the budget and then assure to those who are in border, do they get their allowances in time? Do they get their salary in time? Look, there's a ministry that now they will say for the month will finish, they will enter another month, they will not pay them. And they will write a letter to president and say they are pay. You know reason? Because no check and balance. They don't expect president can ask anything. He will, as far he have signed. Nothing concerning me. He will not going out again. The next thing you see, Gorbachev will come out and explain everything to TV.
No oversight, no follow-up.
No follow-up now, that's the truth. Check and balance, the more you don't have that, and that follow-up, you must not use person inside and you get the result. No. I expected him as a retired general. He will have surveillance intelligence, early warning, and early information. That is what you're supposed to do. Those people, nobody will know them, but you know them. You will be given their name, you have a meeting with them. Call them, they will give you statistic, what to do. But this, since he comes, most of us who can be able to see him, we cannot see him again because they block him not to see him, not to give him any advice. When you take this, hey, Gololo is making noise because he's not a minister. Minister is from God. Any appointment you see is from God. It is God who will give you appointment, not you. You whom they give appointment, most of those people, most of them, we did not even campaign with them at all. We did not even campaign with them. The next thing you see their list in the minister, how? Then you expect them to deliver.
Doctor, we'll come to that issue of a political party ideology. We are at home, of course, still the program Perspective on ITV, and of course, I'm here with Dr. Garus Gololo. Well, sir, Doctor, you look at, still on State of the Nation, let's look at political parties and, of course, look at the ideologies for political party. Let's try and compare and contrast. Let's start from the Second Republic there, but that's 1993, having Abiola and Kingibe coming out from the political party then. But let's look at our political parties and look at ideologies, how we've been able to progress since then till now. We saw 1999 the coming on board of President Obasanjo and the now President the contestant for People's Democratic Party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, as the vice president then. Let's try and analyze these political parties and the ideologies so far and look ahead on 2023 elections.
Yes, you see, me personally, when they say ideology is a person that could be able to assist the country. First, Atiku Abubakar, he was a vice president to Olusegun Obasanjo. That time we are having NEPA. Is the NEPA there now? And then the retired Nigerian Airways, they give them 300 that time. Do you aware of that one? The place where he come from Ganye. From Mayabalia to Ganye, after Tongo, the road now they take it up to leap off to Mambila, which was of Ingembu. It was done by this present government. It was President Muhammadu Buhari give that contract to do it. The road from Yola, main town, say you are going to Mubi. That road is on no-going area. From that Mubi, say you are going to Garkida, is another problem. From that Mubi, say you are going to even Mubi Junction before you take off to Mubi. Say you are talking to Mubi Junction or you are going to Munchika, is another problem. So what we after is that me, as a Gololo, I'm not looking anything for anybody. All what God have already done anything for me. Hence, I'm healthy, I can feed, my children are okay, I have so. Let us just tell us, how many people do you groom before you become a president? Before you, now. Do you assist people and they make them this thing? One, before a governor of Lagos, before you become governor of Lagos State, His Excellency Ajibola Tinubu, the Lagos, their revenue all is 1 billion. Lagos now have the highest revenue. It's about 4 point something trillion, not billion. So look at that mathematics. While they are from 1 billion to those this is. And then from the north as whole, I'm not talking of now in the south where he come from. You may see most of the people he groomed them to become something. Most of the House of Ref, he assists them to become House of Ref. Most of them, he paid their destiny to become a senator. With his money, this is the person that you can meet and he can just offer you even if you don't know you. And this is the person that can meet a masses and talk to them in person, shake you, tell you, look, we need a politician, credible politician. That election from 90 is a military will go. Because Yar'Adua wanted to do something. You can see how he wants to do something. But God take him life easily. Otherwise, we might as well where we are. From there, Jonathan play a little role. He leave and there he go. After he go, President Muhammad Buhari come. So if we are looking for a politics, we need somebody who can groom people, who can stay with person, who is a born politician, who is always in politics. Because when you're a politician, when you stop me on the road, I will stop. When you abuse me, I will still respond. Because it doesn't, if you don't need them to abuse you, don't enter politics. If you know people to come TV and spoil you, don't enter politics. Stay in your house, show your chieftaincy in your house. But there's no way you become a politician.
Doctor, let's leave the individual. Let's look at the political parties itself. Let's look at the PDP, look at the APC, look at NNPP, which we have a conquest, or conquest. So let's look at also as a Labour Party, where we have a Peter Obi. Let's look at the party itself, because if we look at the individual, we tend not to. If our ideology drives, and we have the individual as the leaders following the ideology of the party, don't you think we will be able to have gone far in our politics? The
parties matter, and then they can't exist sellable, because like PDP now. Let me just come to it. They did this since from 99 when they hand over for politics. South remain PDP party and South. Why when they come for this thing they could not be able to zone it to that place? Then test the person from there. This person contested 2019. He could not be able to meet up. So hence he cannot be able to meet up. It's good they zone the things to a certain place. Then if 5 minutes to the time, Tambol drop for him.
At the primaries?
At the primary. If not say Tambol drop, and then this is the person that when the party lost election in 2019, do you see him again? He went to the go and say that's the truth. We can continue sponsoring the party. Till when he nearly election, he come back again. He go buy a ticket and then people say yes. Zone it, they could not be able to.
So how do you now classify that kind of ideology? And I'm coming to your party.
The point is look at the Otom is a weak friend. He's the one that put chairman of the committee. Why he no come out to zone it that time? He said the ticket is open, and he's now saying he's supporting Wike. You are supporting him. Why you know say they should zone it? In APC the governor stood. They said they must zone it to South. In APC, that's what they said. Any other contestant, and that's why all the contestants who contest, Yabelo contest, what was his vote? Senate President contest, what was his vote? Because already the delegates said, hence they have told them this is what they do. They ginger them. That is where they are going. This is not a heritage. What this person do, you put it on another side there. But it was, if, as they give him as a party committee chairman, he will say, okay, he come out with his, they should zone it to South. Other Southwest or South or Southeast or all South. Just stand there.
Let's look at the new.
But he said the ticket is open.
Let's look at the new kid on the block, Mr. Peter Obi. He's coming out from the Labour Party. Of course, so much rally around him. So, but it's not a laughable thing.
No, you know the point when we are talking something. When we are talking people who have been contesting, is a good one. Is a governor for 8 years in Anambra State. That is one. But do you know, say, when he was a governor, he said the northerners who are coming, they have to put a tag. A northerners have to pay, because I saw him live that time. A northerner will put a tag because it's coming to Anambra. Anambra not in Nigeria. When we are talking of this thing, we need somebody. And then, look, this thing is happening in High Park. Does he come out one day, condemn that thing? Governor El-Rufai condemn even paying or ransom on bandits. Don't you see him? most of those, they condemn it that it is not useful and they will not take it.
Well, although
Wait, now I'm coming. Why don't he also come out and condemn it, say, that's it at home? It's worst of it. They have the highest economy and they're also in that economy and he could not be able to come out. So you are campaigning to tell people what and then they believe you.
What's happening in the North Core and of course the down there? Do you see them to be similar?
It's the same thing. Criminal is criminal. If you are a criminal, I'm a criminal. You cannot tell me to stay at home. I cannot go there. You kill police, you bomb police vehicle, you bomb any boys, you bomb government property, and you're telling me there is a difference. Then they will say unknown government. Who are those unknown government?
Doctor, let's look
what are you talking about?
Let's look at the political parties itself. Let's look at the pattern of bringing on leadership. We see the influence of delegates in the last primaries that happened. Of course, they brought about leadership. What's your take on vote buying, delegates bringing out leadership? Or what's your take on that? Let's look at that first.
On the first place, there is no way they will stop that vote buying. But now, that vote buying is the one on board because formally, like the way you will just go and meet people, you rig election is not possible because that people have indicated many things. We see it in Oshu election and Ikiti
election.
So it shows people vote whom they need. But that vote buying, you know why it will not stop? Somebody who know it since yesterday is hungry and then you say you will not collect money. It's not possible. Do you cater for the person? Somebody who doesn't have a gari to salute Bele on the money, you expect him say this thing. If you want to stop that boy by all the masses, you must have something doing. Give them empowerment. Let them empower those people. If they are farmer, give them something. If they are cattle, give them something to do. If they are anything selling them small market, give them petty business so that people who are in the community now, if you give them 50,000, they will go for business. And that business, by next year, you will see them making well with it. So, you don't even give them that thing, nothing. Look, if you want to stop that vote buying, unless everybody have something to do, but you don't expect somebody's children are crying, Daddy, you want to go out? They say, yes, I want to go out. Then you go there, they say, okay, we'll give you 10,000. You vote for why you don't have 5 kobo. You collect a look for a camu first before you go vote. That's just the truth. And once somebody is hungry and you take, these people now cannot go to their farm because of the insecurity. They cannot even to travel and they are still at home. To feed will be a problem. So what you're talking about?
Let's look at the politics from the grassroots. You are from a constituency. A number of persons have said that if we have to tackle this issue headlong, we need to go to the constituency to tackle the issue of selection of leaders and of course getting the right persons. We need to start from our constituency. What's your take on that, Doctor?
Constituency is good, but what of the local government chairman? One the governor just hijack a president before say he have signed it in law. But when the governor come fight, he just withdraw. During Obasanjo, they give them direct their money, the local government. Even councillor at that time, he know what it is. Look, unless if you will leave that in, that money go to direct to the chairman, not when the money go direct to account chairman, governor will call him and they will draw the money. Leave chairman with 2 million or 1 million just to manage. He will be running away, scatter with the village. He cannot even manage the local government. The division there he cannot manage because there is no fund for him. All the money based on the governor. If you want to get this thing right, carry the autonomy direct to the local government. The money should pay the account direct to the local government account. If the chairman give it to governor, arrest him and prosecute him because he's a criminal also. If you don't do that, we cannot get it right. Because the governor, they carry the whole local government, put it in their pocket. If they are giving contract in the state, a local government, they give to their wife or their cousin.
So you've been watching the program Perspective on ITV, and of course I've been discussing here with Dr. Garus Agololo. We're looking at a state of the nation, of course, matters arising. Join us same time next week on this program. Until then, my name is Chuka Ongohai. Enjoy the rest of the program.